This is 8.3, day 2, focusing on complex fractions. You don't need to write anything down on the slide besides the topic. The definition of a complex fraction is fractional exponents with separate fractions in both the numerator, the denominator, or both. So here are a couple examples for you just to look at. You'll see here's a fraction of 1/2 divided by a polynomial x squared plus 1. You could convert that to looking like a fraction over a fraction. Here's another one where you have a fraction dividing another fraction. This is called a complex fraction. All right, here's our first example. Please write it down. So we want to simplify this complex fraction. We have 3/1 divided by 2x minus 1 over x. So the rule is we want to change this to multiplication, and then we want to flip that bottom denominator. So 3/1 stays as 3/1, and then we're going to change it to multiplication, and then we're going to flip it as x over 2x minus 1. And we look to see if anything can cancel. Nothing can cancel, so we're going to multiply across. So 3 times x is 3x. And then 1 times 2x minus 1 is just 2x minus 1. Please don't make the mistake of trying to cancel those x's. They are not able to be canceled because you have a 2x minus 1. There's not a multiplier there. So that is your final answer. All right, let's practice another one. A fraction over a fraction. So write this problem down. All right, we're going to change that division symbol to multiplication and then reciprocate that bottom fraction. So x plus 1 over x squared minus 1 stays as it is. We're going to change that to multiplication and then flip or reciprocate that bottom fraction. Now before we move on, we want to see if we can factor anything. Well, there is one piece that is factorable. It's the denominator of the first fraction. That can be factored as the difference of two squareds, x minus 1, x plus 1. So before we begin multiplying these two across, we see if anything can cancel. Well, the x minus 1s can cancel. X minus 1 and x minus 1. Then we notice the x plus 1 and the x plus 1 will cancel. So what we're left with is a 1 in the numerator and an x in the denominator. Last example. All right, we're going to keep the first fraction as it is. The second fraction, we're going to change it to multiplication symbol, and then flip. So now x plus 5 over x minus 3. Look to see if anything is factorable. There isn't. Look to see if anything can cancel. There isn't. So we just go ahead and multiply across. So we have x plus 2, x plus 5 over x minus 1 times x minus 3. And for me, I'm okay if you just leave it in that form. If you want to multiply and FOIL it through, you're welcome to do so, or you can just leave it like that. Down the road, there's going to be some reasons why we leave it in factored form to be able to graph these. All right, here is your assignment for today. You'll notice these previous two pages, page 574 and 580, are from 8.1 and 8.2. This will help you to prepare for the next quiz on 8.1 to 8.3. So we have 3 different pages of assignments, but the assignment is for 8.3, day 2.